Gradov is assisting him and also setting up the equipment to photograph all of the ATV ingress operations that'll be coming up here shortly. Flight engineers Fyodor Yurchikhin and Alexander Mazurkin are still working on preparations for their spacewalk next Monday, conducting a valve check and leak checks on their Orlan spacesuits. While flight engineer Chris Cassidy is working to set up the Microgravity Sciences glove box for some upcoming science operations. It's a live look over Cassidy's shoulder as he works at the MSG right now. And flight engineer Karen Nyberg is at work doing maintenance on the station freezers. Today is the 82nd day in space for Vinogradov, Mazurkin, and Cassidy. They have been in space since March the 28th. Today is the 21st day in space for their three crewmates, Yurchikhin, Parmitano, and Nyberg. It's Tuesday, June 18th. The Expedition 36 crew members have refocused their efforts today to begin operations with the Albert Einstein, the European Space Agency's fourth automated transfer vehicle, which arrived at the aft end of the International Space Station this past Saturday morning. Monday's planned hatch opening was postponed as the mission managers discussed a potential contamination issue, and ultimately they decided that once the hatches were opened, they would have the crew treat 21 cargo bags for a possible mold growth. That decision made this morning, Commander Pavel Vinogradov and flight engineer Luca Parmitano went back to work at the aft end of Zvezda, and they opened the hatch into the ATV at 3:40 Houston time this morning. They got a look inside and immediately set up some air ducts so that the station's environmental control system could go to work to clean the atmosphere inside the unmanned cargo ship throughout the day today. Well, final ingress procedures are currently underway. It's expected that later today the crew members will get busy to start unloading 7.3 tons of cargo that were delivered. That includes air and water and propellant for the station, plus science experiments and other hardware for different operations on board. Once the hatch opening activities were completed this morning, flight engineer Luca Parmitano updated folks back home in Europe on the operations of the European Space Agency's cargo ship in an interview conducted with Euronews. We'll have an opportunity to look at that later. The rescheduled ATV ops today did prompt a few other changes to the Tuesday schedule. That included having flight engineer Chris Cassidy assist flight